Good morning. What is up, MSE? New location, new things going on, new developments in the day and age. Feeling like a news anchor behind this desktop tall table counter action. But that is because I am no longer in my basement. I broke out of that business and we hijacked the forum. So, we went for it. We're here. The forum is where we meet on a Sunday morning with MSE, and we decided that we should maybe come see what it's like to do MSE in this room again. It's oddly quiet because obviously church is not in session. Church is meeting online, which don't forget to check it out. It's an awesome Sunday. So you should be able to hang out with us for the day. We got a Surviving the Apocalypse game going on, and obviously this week has been crazy. Last week was insane with this game. But before we get going, we wanted to kind of just slow down and say good morning. Let's start this week off right. But also I wanted to encourage you to pause and literally kind of look around and maybe not just in your bedroom, but just in life, in your scenarios and settings. And I kept thinking of just the thought process and the question of going, how much darkness is around you? And like I said, I don't mean like shadows in your room, but I just mean things that are negative, right? The things that are all around that are happening, and whether they're circumstances, whether they're situations, whether they're in your, your Insta feed, whether they're just on the TV as you're walking through the living room. But it led me to the thought of going, how are you supposed to be able to make a decision? How do you make decisions? What goes into the thought process of you being a decision maker? And what does that look like? So I want to encourage you to slow down and actually think about the how. How do you make a decision? Okay, that's a big part. This last week alone has been filled with tragedy, with tension, with angst against so many groups of people. And it's been kind of actually probably difficult to miss just anything in current affairs in the real world. And people are being silent, people are being outspoken. Somewhere in the midst of all of this, there's you. Where do you fit in? How are your decisions made? Right? How are you making decisions? How are your decisions made? The things that you post, or the things that you maybe just say, or how often you come to the conclusion and decide to go forward with them. How? How do you do that? And even a little bit, we're going to be playing a game, and man, you're going to have to choose A or B, yes or no. How do you make the decision? Why do you make the decision? Do you make it out of selfish gain? Do you make it out of looking out for those that you're around? Do you looking out for, your crew? Are you looking out for just you? I just want to pause before we get started and just remind us that we should never forget that the God of this universe, the Creator, sent His Son to die for you and I so that we could live. Never forget that. Never forget that we should be choosing to accept that. And if we choose to accept that, it's up to us to live that out. To live out what that means. To lift the name of Christ above our own and to share the name of Christ with others. With bold good news from I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures, and my flaws. I'm looking at our live stream. It looks like it's buffering out. Cam, we might have an issue. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. If it buffers, I'm sorry. I'm going to blame the forum and this Wi-Fi. But hopefully you stay with us and hopefully it stays strong. So if it's an issue, it is what it is. You will decide to stay on or not, I guess. How will you make that decision? I'm panicking. Oh my gosh, that's a lot to think about. But this song, as I go to this song, it's a song about how God is the one who can take all the dark things in our life and turn them into good. So as we go into this song, I want you to know that no matter what seems to surround you, no matter what situation seems to be around, there's hope, there's future, And there's a God that has a plan for you. So let's make sure that we pause and surrender our thoughts and our decisions, our ways of doing things, and make sure they line up with what God would have us do, so that we can be who God would have us be, so that we can live the life that God has designed for us to live. So God, here we are. We thank you for today. We thank you for MSC, God, that we just have a place that we can gather, join, huddle up, and maybe just learn something a little about you, and maybe even something a little bit about ourselves. So God, we give you today, and we even just give this next song to you as a time of reflection. And if we know the words, we can sing in. If we just want to listen to the words, God, may the words bring us closer to you. So we love you. We thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. You guys ready? Let's go, Mark.
Yo, how we doing, middle school? If you haven't heard this on the live stream yet, we're super excited that you're here. As always, man, before we move on, before we get started with anything else, we're going to sing a worship song. So here we go. Oh, I searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise, treasures the fame are never enough. Then you came along and put me back together. Every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Oh yes, I know it's true. I'm not afraid, and I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountain is the God of the valley. And there's not a place your mercy and grace will find me again. Whoa, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Yes, I know. No, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better than you. Turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. Turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You give beauty for ashes. You turn bones into armies. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing Nothing is better than you. Yes, I know it's true. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. Lord, there's nothing. Nothing is better than you. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, there's nothing better. Oh, you good.
All right, welcome back. Here we go. I found Cameron because, you know, I was about done with that Zoom call action.
Yeah.
And the Bon, we also got Omeza the Beast Solomon with us today.
Come on.
You know, if I'm correct, actually, picking up off last week, and again, if people weren't with us last week, just go for the ride. Just be in a camp, and you're gonna live or die. Who knows? I mean, you're gonna live. This is a game, so don't panic. Yeah, don't freak out. But if I'm correct, I think Omeza is the lone survivor from the Speedway, which I guess Jess is alive as well. But our Cape Coral location started up church again this morning, so she's not going to be on this chat. So she entrusted Omeza to make decisions for her life. Oh, so as Omeza now being team captain,
Yeah.
she's either gonna, you know.
Lots has happened.
Yeah, here we go.
Lots has happened.
All right, so before we get going, I think probably got to throw to a commercial here quick, I think, just because it's the sponsors be calling. So we'll go ahead with that, and then we'll come right back.
Water, still free, but we'll charge you $39.45 for 1 cup right now.
Yup. Drink your water, folks.
All right.
Drink your water. It's important. Yep.
Well, good. That's good. Water. Stay hydrated. All right. So moving on to the game.
Check it out. So if you're new to this is a survival game. That means that you make decisions, and based off the decisions you make, either you or your friends in your camp have to get a reward or consequences for the decisions you make. The goal is to make the right decision to look out for you and yours so that you survive. That being said, if you're new this week, go ahead and write down your name and write down a camp that you want to hang out at. We have 4 camps. We have the Houseboat Camp, Menards, Walmart, and Speedway. Each camp has its own perks, its locations in the city with things you can do, things you can't do. It's super fun. We have our homegirl, the very best Faith, in the chat right now. She's going to monitor those, so go ahead and write down your name, a camp that you would like to hang out in. It's really awesome. That being said, we actually changed up the team captains this week. A lot has happened, and I want you guys to know who the captains will be for each team. So representing the Houseboat team, the one and only Chantel. Chantel is a lethal agent that's been working for the Rockford Secret Agent Services for about 7 years now. She's amazing at lying and at games like... what's that one
Mafia?
game? Mafia.
Bro.
She's really good at Mafia.
Yeah, when it comes to games, not real life, when it comes to games. Chantel slaughters people.
Absolutely, without hesitation.
Not in real life.
Or
Not in real
remorse.
life. No.
Not
in
real
real life, she's the doll. She's so kind, she's loving,
Sweet old
puts her arm around
Chantel.
people and hugs them and
Make
says,
you
you're
cookies.
so amazing.
She'll send them to you too.
3 months later.
Melt them. All right, moving on. We have representing the Menards team. We have Chris Chavez representing. He's the team captain. Now, Chris, he's a new leader. He's on the game for about a couple of months now. But this man has a mean 3-pointer. Don't know what it would do in the apocalypse, but I've seen it with my own eyes. He can shoot a 3-point for like half court. It's been done. Also, adding on to that, we have representing the Walmart team. We have the Adam and Kalea. Did I say that right? Kalea.
There ain't no hope for you.
Kalijah.
Oh my god, are you what?
Tiffany. I'm just playing. You know what I'm talking about, though. Our 2 amazing leaders. They're
I
holding
feel like
it
by
down.
the end of this stream, he's just gonna be calling you KK. Like Adam and KK. Like,
Adam and
so-
KK.
Oh,
I slaughter her name all the time, Khalil. I'm so sorry. But they're the team captains. They're representing for Walmart. And then we have our very own.
Dude. I'm just saying, last week Adam was pretty, like, vicious. Like, he's, all right. He's going to take care of Walmart crew, no doubt.
Yeah, Adam, we were texting earlier today, this morning, and Adam, I just want y'all to know, Adam did not come here to play games. He came here to win with his students. He did not come here to play games. That being said, there's another person with us that also did not come to play games. Representing the Speedway team, the one and only Omeza!
Respect on him. Flex boy, flex boy,
Hey.
flex boy.
Not too much. Mesa, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great. I've been mulling over this all week. I'll say this: I showered for you guys.
Wow.
So
Come on.
if you are not serious about this, you're on the wrong team. I'm ready to do this.
Y'all ready to do this? Well, that being said, I think it's time for us to get into this game. You guys ready for story mode part 3? Here we go. A week has passed since the tragic zombies attack against the Rockford Speedway. Though the once united camps prevailed, it came at a high price. Not only was one camp member bitten, the camp also lost many of its supplies. Meanwhile, a large group of traveling civilians got word of the battle, and now the battle and how it was won by the brave camps. They came to good old Rockford and settled amongst the camps, growing each camp to about 25 to 40 people. Pause. So not only did you guys win against the zombies last week, more people found out, and they think you guys have something special, like you're on to something. So they joined the camps. So now each camp has
Brought in survivors. That's
brought
good.
in some survivors.
I,
You guys are growing.
I totally forgot until you just read that about Ben.
Yes.
All right, so Ben the Zombie King's just out there somewhere.
Ben is out there, and you got to remember, things did not end nicely.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Any word on Ben? What do we?
Okay, I'm telling you now. I haven't read this either, so I'm hearing this for the first time along with you. So
Ben is,
this is gonna unfold great.
this-
Don't get ahead of yourself. Let's just go. Let's
All right,
go.
Let's do it.
So, continuing the story, the power's been on for about a week now, but sadly, the houseboat has no connection to the city's power. So the camp and all its people has now started to suffer. The houseboat team needs to find clean water to drink, or they will dehydrate and die. Oh, snap.
Makes sense.
Oh, crap. Okay, let's think about this. So if the houseboat doesn't get some clean water, their people are going to suffer and die.
Yeah, I mean they're on a lake, so that's good. So they have access to water.
Right.
But is there a choice coming up here?
I think
see
there is a
slide.
choice.
Right.
So this is what happens. Chantel decides that they can simply filter the water and they are floating on in the houseboat to make, it safe to drink.
Makes sense.
How will you filter the water with the limited supplies that you have? We have a choice coming up right now. Check this out. So you can go with A, use a small piece of carpet from the house, from the houseboat to run the water through it, multiple times. Maybe that might work.
Whoa, okay. So A, use a small piece of carpet from the houseboat to run water through multiple times. Okay, gross. That's first off gross. It's
Yeah.
carpet. B, use bleach to purify water.
Oh, bleach cleans, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Bleach.
I don't think that is a normal option, right?
Well, I'm a team captain.
That's-
That's not my team.
Okay,
so I don't
that
wanna-
Okay,
seems
okay.
all right. Use someone's sock.
It could work.
I think Bear Grylls did that.
Probably.
Use dirt and rocks in a water bottle. Ooh. Okay. Use dirt and rocks in a water bottle. All right. So
Well, I'll say this. I guess those are kind of tough decisions. I guess it's a great time for leadership to step up. Now, we mentioned the pros. They are on the lake.
That's true.
So they do have access to a lot of water.
Right.
But I think,
They got to get that water clean.
great leadership is going to show.
All right. So Chantel,
I'm
it's
not gonna
all on
lie.
your shoulders.
I fish rod all the time. I wouldn't drink that water.
Having said that, bad leadership will show. But that's just.
Whoa! Zombie King just chatted
Oh
in.
snap! Ben Watts, the Zombie King, is here right
He
now.
said use BB. He said go B all the way. Bleach.
Ben, you're a zombie.
Oh my goodness.
Ben's trying to wrap up those He's trying to grow himself.
Speak of the devil, as they say, right?
Dang. All right, so we're gonna need an answer from Chantel, right?
Yeah, Chantel, tell us what's happening.
Wow.
What are you gonna do?
All right, Chantel.
Ooh,
Chantel's, I'm gonna go with D. Use dirt and rocks and a water bottle.
Chantel chooses D. Let's see how this plays out for Chantel. So Chantel uses D. She uses rocks, but the problem is that because she didn't have charcoal, she only used dirt and rocks in a water bottle without charcoal. Now it has contaminated the water even worse, because now it's just dirt and whatever is already in that water, leaving Chantel and her team to now be sickened.
Yeah, dysentery is real. You gotta filter out the bacteria. Oh, look at her. She's saying, I need charcoal. Yeah. Yeah, you do. The downside is now y'all is sick.
That's tough. Let's see what this plays out
Leadership for you.
That's leadership.
Hold on. Can we throw to a commercial again before we...
Yeah,
let's throw to a commercial before we... Okay, I need a break.
Welcome to Tim's Air Farm, where we sell you the best air known to mankind. You can just literally take it and you can drink it. Yum. That was...
Yup. Ain't nothing like some fresh air, to tell you that right now. You know what's funny though? I bet what they really need is some fresh water. Yo, gots to be more careful. That sucks, man. Well,
All right, so what happened?
with actions comes their consequences. You chose Dia. Unfortunately, the method you chose did not fully work, and someone got sick. By someone, I mean a lot of y'all. So you hit up Walmart to get some supplies for your sick teammates. This means that Chantel's team has now just went to Walmart so that they can get some fresh supplies, some water and stuff like that. Walmart, this puts you in the pickle because you don't want to give up your supplies, but you also don't want to make any beef with another camp after you guys were just reunited for a short period of time. So Walmart, now there's a choice on your hands. You have to decide if you are going to give these people supplies or if you're going to deny these people supplies.
Damn.
Adam, where you at, man? Where you at? What are you thinking, Adam?
Walmart, will you share your supplies? Yes or no?
Come on, it's simple. Now, I already know word from Adam is that he didn't come here to play games.
Well, once again, I'm going to give my captain's perspective. Because it's, as we can see, it's very important. You know, leadership is what leadership is. I said I wouldn't comment on that, but for somebody to infringe on my house, my right, and
Just
then-
one right, just not the other ones.
Well, you know, I mean, just to share supplies. I mean, that's a big decision.
Ben said, nah, keep your supplies. Ben's trying to grow his
Chantel needs it. She's begging people.
Once again, we got a big decision on our hands.
big decision. Where? Is Speedway at Speedway?
No. Well, yeah, Speedway's at Speedway
we at
right
the
now,
Speedway.
but
we're living like kings, but
I mean, they don't got a lot of resources. We'll
mean-
see. Oh snap! Kalea has spoken.
Did she just say?
She said
no?
She said no.
Bye, Felicia.
Snap!
Okay,
The face. We're in this together. Not. I don't know.
no, Walmart's in this together. Okay, well, there you have it. So what happens? Walmart is looking out for Walmart. Respect.
Well, this affects us in a very interesting way. After receiving a harsh no from Walmart, Chantel decides to take her team and small troops, and they break into Walmart to steal some of the supplies. They raid Walmart and steal supplies. They raid Walmart and stole supplies because of how.
Now you say break in and raid. Like, are they like ninja stealing stuff, or are they like front doors kicked in, glass everywhere, and the whole Walmart crew is just like people? Like,
See,
what's happening?
The
Here?
structure of Walmart, this is one of the biggest flaws of the campus. You cannot patrol every entrance. There's just too many entrances. So in broad daylight, they break in and they raid the back half of Walmart. While most of the people are spread out and living in the front parts of Walmart, trying to cover the parking lot and where everyone else is, and monitoring the windows and the glass doors, they forgot about the bays in the back. The
loading bay. Oh!
Amateurs.
Okay.
Now this creates a little bit more of attention. Menards takes notice of how weak their defense is, so Menards also demands supplies as well, because now they know that they can break in. Menard has stepped up and also demanded supplies, and Walmart has to give it to them because they know that they're in a pickle now.
They have to?
They have to.
There's no decision to be made?
There's no decision to be made. They've been compromised. What they need, Garrett, is Walmart needs more people to defend. So this is interesting. Amaza has now realized what's happening to Walmart, and Amaza approaches Walmart with a deal, and he asks Walmart if he can join their camp and merge the Speedway camp with Walmart camp, so that Walmart will now have stronger forces, and also so that they camp can recover, because all of their belongings, all the gear, all their ammo was all trashed and used up during the first zombie outbreak.
That is true.
This is interesting because now Walmart gets a choice. I think Walmart doesn't get a choice. I'm sorry, that's on me. Walmart does take them in.
Walmart takes in Speedway?
Yes, Walmart takes in Speedway.
Takes in Omeza and Jess?
Takes in Amaza and Jess.
Okay.
It's interesting, but this is where it gets really heated, people. I need you guys to listen.
and they probably have like 15 more people.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Speedway, everyone gained people. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So this increases the forces of Walmart. But now Ben is angry. Ben is furious.
Zombie Ben?
Zombie Ben is furious and he's angry. And he's upset. He's upset because you remember in the last week, he was cast away by the Speedway.
As in the chat, Ben was seen off in the distance yelling, "Time for war," in a deep zombie voice.
Pretty much happened. Ben takes notice of this union that's happening and all the unity that's coming between Speedway and Walmart, and Ben does not like it. Ben approaches Walmart's and he says, "You will surrender one of the traders or else I will kidnap someone at random." This puts Walmart in a pickle. After receiving this message from Ben, Walmart is shuddered. I mean, they're shaking and they're afraid. They do not know what to do because now they have to decide if they're going to send Jess or Amaza out to Ben,
Oh, it's like that now.
or if they're going to keep him.
Well, you want the muscle. Jess, she already no-showed her first shift. I mean,
That's true. That's true.
or Walmart, you're going to band together and protect your peeps.
Well, look here. I'll say this.
Don't answer yet. We got a conversation to have.
We saw what happened last time. Okay, so
When you got overrun and called for help?
hold on. We'll get there. Walmart needed us.
It's true.
Very clearly needed us. Now, I'm a big guy. I have a big heart. I decided generosity was the way to go. But I got to look out for my Speedway people. I mean, that's what leaders do. So
Yeah, but
I figured it could be a mutual negotiation.
well,
Now,
you think Walmart would also look out for the Speedway people, though, because you now have 15 to 30 Speedway people in Walmart.
True.
If you start casting people out, there could be an uprise.
Truthful.
I'm just saying.
Or it could be a group vote unanimously. Send them out to keep the peace. You've already done enough, Walmart. Keep the peace.
I would advise them to make the wise decision, and we all know what that decision is.
So,
that's all I'm saying.
right now,
It's not my decision to make, unfortunately.
Well, you said we all know what it is. What is it? What's the decision?
Oh, we all know what it is. We all know what
I don't know what it is, man.
we all know what it is.
Adam, I hope you know what it is. Kalia, what do you got?
all right. So listen up, Walmart. Adam, Kalia.
Is there a slide for this? I don't know if there is.
Oh no, yeah, there is. You have a decision right now. You have to decide if you will send someone as a hostage.
Is that slide 4?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see. Maybe a bit. Hey, what is that?
Oh my god.
Will you surrender someone as a hostage? One for all for one? Or homie gotta go? What's it gonna be? Walmart, you choose.
I'm stressed out.
I'm stressed beyond measure.
I'm stressed out.
I'm good. We all know what the right answer is. We all know what the right answer
Ben Watts, I have spoken.
is.
I have spoken.
Zombie King coming for you.
So, I mean, I trust. Or
Yeah.
hope that they make the
Okay,
right
but hold on.
decision.
Was Ben calling for one person or everybody from the Speedway?
I don't know what sick, twisted thing he's doing, but he's calling one person. He wants to create tension.
Yeah,
and
so I noticed,
distrust.
I'm looking at the chat and I've noticed Faith say like, well, Walmart has to feed 15, 30 plus people. Yeah, but unless Walmart's going to kick out everyone from the Speedway, which wasn't really an option. I mean, I guess technically it could happen, but it seems like there's kind of other forces banding together. Why you...
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a decision and a half. All right.
Man. Adam, what's it
Will
gonna
you
be?
surrender someone as a hostage?
Oh. Oh, snap.
Send Omeza, not Jess? Hold on, do you want to reconsider? Do you want to send Jess instead of Omeza? Why would you send Omeza? I'm a pure bystander watching this. Why would you do that?
You wanna read Proverbs real quick?
The
Some
evil.
wisdom on that.
You're gonna give Omeza to the Zombie King?
Oh.
Wait, there's more. Oh, my tensions are already high. Oh, Mesa, dude, is there anything you want to say, Mesa, maybe to convince them not to send you?
They hate us.
I feel like Sajad's already just a zombie. Like
Send Sajad!
Sajad just out there as a zombie being like, oh my bad, I was in Walmart eating.
Let's not pay attention to the instigators.
I've been in here for like 3 months before the apocalypse. I just got stuck.
That's gonna happen.
Ben just said, join me, brother.
Holy smokes.
Sajad, what team are you on? Everyone's trying to get the fresh year.
Y'all are laughing, but people's lives are at stake. All right.
Oh, man. I think her answer was final, man.
She ain't saying nothing else.
She said B.
She said B and crossed her arms.
Well, maybe it's a Wi-Fi connection thing. Let's give her some time. Let's to.
All right.
Well, hold on. All right, Khalil, I'll give you 1 minute, and we'll throw to a commercial quick.
Yeah. Let's go to commercial.
All right.
Good morning, MSE. I am not going to say that I am Russian, but I'm not going to say that I'm not Russian. However, I've been watching and monitoring and would like to say thank you for your good influence on world. At this point, I'm going to support you and become a sponsor and say thank you so much for your good work for the youth of this great universe. My allies and I live in Rochelle and we'll be in touch as we say thank you for your great deeds. Have a good day. Keep up good work.
That wasn't the commercial I picked.
But
Anyway, hey, let's pick up where we left off in the chat. Trade him for Jess. All right. Trading him for Jess. Can that happen? That can happen, right?
That can happen. We haven't sent him yet. So they choose to send Jess Nestor out.
Yes. Logan, you weren't from the Speedway, so you can't go as tribute. I apologize. The Zombie King was only really wanting someone from the Speedway who felt he betrayed him. So
Logan, I admire your fervor.
It's a powerful word. Having your
it's
vocabulary.
good. All right, so Jess is going out.
Jess has been sent, so that means that
Dude, just
Walmart.
think, Jess is somewhere right now serving at church, thinking all's good. She just got sent out to the Zombie King and has no clue.
Some guy literally put a bag over her head while she was serving, kidnapped her, and sent her to the Zombie King.
Jeez, man.
That's
It's just
really
a game. This is literally just a game. This is all pretend. Till October. All right.
Continue on the story. So check it out. Walmart decides to send out Jess Nestor as a hostage, hopefully wanting to see some type of form of
Oh, Logan was from
generosity from Ben. But This enrages Chantel, one of the captains at the houseboat. She finds it that it's indecent for them to send another human being as a hostage. So Chantel and the houseboat team decides to kidnap this person and add that person to their team. By kidnap, I mean rescue Jess Nestor. The houseboat...
Before she's a zombie?
Yeah.
She rescued Jess?
No. She's planning to. They're planning to. Chantel
okay.
is planning to rescue. But this is a problem. Walmart, however, thinks that saving people from the zombies endangers all the camps. So they send a message to Chantel and say, if you decide to rescue Jess Nestor and steal her from Ben, we will declare war on you and the houseboats. This is interesting. Chantel receives this message and she's immediately triggered. After drinking some of the fresh water that she acquired from Walmart, her teams decides that it's time that they take action. She sends a message back to Walmart saying that we will indeed try to rescue our sister Jess Nestor. And this is our final decision, which is a pickle. War has now been declared amongst both camps.
Let's slow this down, because we just came back from commercial. You're talking war. Can we break this down a little bit for me? Because,
Yeah. So basically,
I was on the chopping block.
yes.
And now we're talking war.
Yes. All that. All the smoke.
The Zombie King is...
Oh, say her, go ahead. Oh my God. He's like, I dare you. Oh gosh. Okay. But this puts people in the pickle. Because Menards is also here in the mix. And Menards has not spoken. But because...
Yeah, Menards demanded stuff from Walmart and pieced back out to Menards.
That's true. That's true. There is some expectation for Menards to play a role in this war.
Dang.
It has to be evened out. Menards has to do something, which puts Menards in a pickle. Menards, this next choice is for you. You have to decide, must decide, if you will go with Walmart and Speedway, this army has the advantage of people and resources, or will you choose to side with the houseboat, which has less people, but their goal is to save the kidnapped victim, Jess Nestor. Morals are in play right now.
Menards, whose side shall you take in this war? Walmart and Speedway or the houseboat? Dude, that is a big decision. Do you just say goodbye to the houseboat?
Listen.
You say goodbye to houseboat, you're saying goodbye to morals. You say goodbye to Walmart, you're saying goodbye to a powerful alliance.
There are also some clever people on the houseboat. Like, there are some clever people that know they know how to filter water, but they know how to survive. Like,
they do.
We've been talking all about leadership, and I've heard words thrown
Speak up, boy.
around,
Speak up.
Words thrown around, and we've talked about this and we've talked about that. And I don't hear the Speedway's voice, so as the captain, I feel obligated to speak as one. I was almost on the chopping block myself.
It's true, it's fair.
We will remember the decisions that are made. Take that how you will. So I will wait to hear. I will wait to hear from all of you guys.
This
But
is
we
tough.
will remember.
This is tough, says the
decision
captain
tonight.
of Menards. Well,
Chris Chavez, man, this is intense. I texted Chris today, and he told me he was going to be vicious. But now there's a lot on the line right here. Because if he decides to go against the houseboat, Jess is done for. But if he goes with the houseboat,
he's gonna go with Team Walmart.
What?
He's gonna go with Team Walmart and Speedway.
How? Is this his final decision?
True colors. True colors.
Chris has chosen to reply to Walmart and Speedway. Oh, that means that this is basically the war. It's Walmart, Menards, and Speedway against the houseboat.
All right, so now I don't know. I'm not saying this is part of your story. I don't have a clue. It's part of the story here, but what I secretly want to know is just because Menards is teaming up with Walmart, how does Walmart feel? Like they got they got kind of like raided by Menards. Like that boss right? Do you think Menards is trying to move in and just own Walmart as well? Like how does the Walmart team feel about Menards choosing them?
You know, now I'm not saying anything, but if I was going to potentially turn my back and trade on someone, this would be the perfect opportunity to gain some trust. I fight with you in this war, we're buddies.
Yeah. Until you try to take their kingdom from. I just wonder what Prince Adam is thinking. Like, is he being set up to later be overthrown? That's what I'm wondering.
We could tackle all that later.
All right, we may be small, but we are mighty. That's what Chantel said about the houseboat.
All right, now let's see what people have done for this war. A day later, the war is announced. Houseboat team arrives at the battlefield. They realize it has dug holes 10 feet deep, 6 feet wide, and they have filled the holes with zombies. So if anyone falls on the battlefield, they will be eaten. All right, let's talk about this. The houseboat team arrives to the battlefield for the war. The Walmart team has used all of their supplies with Walmart, Menards, and Speedway now. They've dug random holes in the ground, 10 feet deep, 6 feet wide, and they put zombies in the holes. So that if you lose your footing on this battlefield, you will fall in a hole and get eaten by zombies. Menards and you guys are crazy. Why would you? These are people we're talking about.
You like what we've done with the place? I made a few additions since the last break-in, if that's all right.
I mean, they had to up the surroundings. What are people saying in the chat right now?
Bro.
Oh, they're talking about Sajad and him being evil.
You see Chris Chavez he said, me and Adam have no beef. For now.
Yo, you're about to go to war with this man. The story continues. All camps, I should say, are at the battlefield. It's cold. It's early in the morning. All you can hear is the howling wind coming across your ears. You're clutching your armor and your weaponry tight as you can think of. You're looking across the field. You see the faces of people you love, you once did life with. And now all this crazy stuff has happened, and you're about to fight against them. There's no turning back.
You read Ben's comment? What he said? He said, whoever made these holes, I tip my hat to you.
How did you get the zombies in the holes?
Hey, don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that.
You just push them slowly with the zombie bus.
Don't worry about all that.
Too soon, too soon, too soon.
This is war. This is war.
All right, it's going down. The armies charge the field. Hardware and domestic weaponry clashes as the crowd roars. Captains from Menards... Wait, hold up. Captains from the houseboat and Menards are fighting, moving towards a pit. One of the captains falls into the pit. Well, starts to fall into the pit. Roll the dice to determine which one falls into the pit. Lowest number loses. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I said Menards and houseboat, right?
Yeah.
Menards and houseboat. So that means the captain, Chantel,
Chantel is straight ninja fighting Chris Chavez right now.
Chris Chavez, they're fighting right now. Roll the dice to see which one loses their footing and begins to fall into the hole.
I'm stressed out. All right, who am I rolling for?
All right, we're rolling for Chris Chavez first. Chris Chavez, here we go.
He rolled a 6. I'm gonna lift this up. I don't know if you can see that. Probably
Chris
not. That
Chavez
is a
rolled
6.
a 6. We're rolling for Chantel next.
Chantel, I hope you know that I've been a fan of you for many years now. It's not looking good.
Now, I was a math major, but there ain't nothing higher than a 6 on a die. Is that correct?
If
That's
it's a tie,
correct.
we just re-roll, I guess.
Come on, Larry.
Okay.
3.
Oh my God.
That's not focusing. I'm so sorry. But
It's a 3. We wouldn't lie about this. This is okay. Chris and Chantel are fighting. They're getting close to a hole. Chris decides sweeps Chantel's feet. She jumps and dodges the attack, but when she lands, she loses her footing and begins to slip on the slippery morning mud. She begins to fall into the pit. Chris sees that he's falling, and all of a sudden his heart starts to turn because he realizes this is his sister that he's been fighting. So a split moment in his mind, everything begins to pause. Chris has to make a decision. As she slowly starts to fall, the echoing roar of everyone fighting begins to get drowned out, and all the sound starts to go away. And Chris looks into the eyes of Chantel and sees a person losing hope. Chris Chavez, you have a choice. Can we put that on the screen for him? Captain, you notice your opponent is falling. What will you do? Will you push them out of the way, or will you let them fall?
Oh my gosh. I can't even. This is stressing me
This
out.
is too intense.
So, y'all didn't really prepare me for this. It's a little bit more than
I wasn't prepared for this.
than I bargained for, but
What would you do? What would you do? You have 5 seconds to decide.
well, let me get I get a 30-second timeout or something.
We don't even have any more commercials, I don't think.
If I roll, if you get less than a 5, you die next week.
Whoa, hey!
All right. Or was that 6 when Chantel needed it?
Wow.
Ben said let them fall.
Wow, it happens that fast.
What would Jesus do? Oh, all right, Chris, what's happening, man? What you doing?
Do you push Chantel out of the way and save her life and hope that she learns her lesson to never rape again? Or do you let her fall, saying goodbye to the leadership of the houseboat?
What say you?
Dump her, said John.
Let them fall, Ben. Just noted that he said them. He doesn't care about either one.
Said John. So John said, dump her. Get dumped like John's last girlfriend dumped him.
Ding.
Too soon?
Too soon. Ultimate power. God,
God
is
is
watching. Chris Chavez, we need an answer from you. We're waiting on you. Strong,
God is watching. Oh,
powerful leader. What will you do? Will you let her fall?
All right, I guess they'll go to a last commercial here. Wait to hear back from Chris. Oh, baby.
Brought to you by Bungee. What is it?
It's budgets, bungee jumping.
But
I'm seeing in the comment. First off, that video is ridiculous.
supreme athletic ability in that commercial. Is that what you meant to say?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
If y'all roll a 7, the Zombie King dies. Deal. Chris chooses to push her out of the way.
That's big.
Whoa.
That's big.
Now we're talking about, let's think about all the decisions Chris has made today, people. All the tough choices everyone had to make today. Despite the war, Chris decides to push her out the way.
That's huge.
Did any of the people that were following the two of you that went to war needlessly die when you two chose to make amends anyway?
Well,
Oh, they don't want to. Oh,
we
they
don't
wanna
know
talk
if
about
amends
that.
are made.
Okay.
We should probably continue the story.
Oh, there's more? Come on! All right.
So
We'll
Chris,
read more next week on live MSC TV. Goodbye.
Oh,
Wait,
snap.
there's more?
There's more.
Oh, now. Okay.
There's
All right.
more.
Sorry, I thought I was ending.
Right
the
now,
show.
right now.
I'll end it. We'll just wait till next week. Goodbye, guys. Wait. No?
No.
Okay.
They gotta get this one.
All right.
We're almost at the end, guys. Chris decides to push
We
her
are
out the
out
way.
of time, and we have to.
It's the Zoom call all over again.
All right. Chris decides to push her out of the way.
Chris decides to push her out of the way. He saves her life. But in the midst of it, Chris had to lunge forward to push her like on the other side of the hole, meaning that Chris had to jump into the middle of the hole to push her back to the side.
He pushed her 6 feet across in midair.
Hey man, I told you this guy's nothing to mess with. Regretting his choices or not, Chris is in midair. He locks eyes with Chantel. She falls safely to the ground into the dirty mud with her sword in hand clenched, with a little bit of fear still left in her eyes. Chris gives her a nod, and he falls to his demise.
Oh my gosh!
With the zombies.
You hate to see it. Oh.
Everything starts to become slower. This is important, people. Listen up. Walmart begins to outnumber the houseboat, and they begin to win. No one knows that Chris has fell into the hole because of all the chaos that is fighting. Chantel sees him falls. She turns her back. She stands up, and she screams, "Now!" To Walmart's surprise, the houseboat has laced the field with flares. The Walmart team is blinded by all the flares. This gives the houseboat team the upper edge that they were looking for. So they send a troop away and they leave the battlefield. 20 minutes pass of fighting. Chantel is almost defeated. They have her down on the ground, the sword in her face. They say, "You have lost." No one can find Chris, but they are just rejoicing because they won the war. He looks up at them and smiles and says, "No, my friends, you have been fooled. The flare guns were only a distraction. While you were fighting and distracted, we sent a troop away to rescue Jess Nestor from Ben Watts. And she's just received word that they succeeded. Jess Nestor is not in Ben's care anymore. And the entire war was a plot and a ploy for Chantel to send people to rescue them. That happening, Ben gets word and he is furious. He sends a hawk to the battleground with a scroll. It lands at Chantel's feet. She opens it up, looks at the scroll, and Ben says, "Because you have broken the treaty, I will unleash a war so deadly, so dreadful, that I will wipe every human away from the city. You have 1 week to prepare." That's today's episode.
I feel like that was a lot to take in. Just
It was.
just out there now.
I mean, we talked about war, we talked about kidnapping, and I feel personally tied to this since I was on
The block.
I was on the block. And like I promised, the actions of today cannot, will not be forgotten.
Well, let's think about this. Let's zoom out. Chris saving Chantel is the reason he saved her life, which gave her the opportunity to signal her team for the decoy that they had planted. In Chris's only moment of not being selfish, it led to their downfall.
I think that's something we gotta note.
And Chantel also had the choice to not go along with it. Like, she could have just called it off, especially after having her life saved. So I guess you could say a life for a life.
Well played, Chantel.
And we still don't know, the story doesn't tell us anything that happens to Chris, so we don't know if he's even dead or not. I don't know, people. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments right now.
That was a lot.
It's the Senate.
That was a lot. All right. So I guess the hopes is that all humanity joins together because the war is coming seemingly in a week.
Yeah. I don't know what no one knows what Ben's been up to this whole week. You gotta think about that. He left.
Okay, well, you heard it here, folks. It's crazy. That's all we got. So enjoy your day. Good luck chewing on that, and you might have to rewind this later and watch the last 10 minutes again to figure out how on earth that all just unfolded, because plot twist. Yeah. And I guess we don't really know. I don't even know how the battle ended. It just ended with that, and it's kind of like awkward, like, oh man, now we're all in this together, or like,
Who knows?
is this week gonna start off next week just with like a roll the dice and Chantel lives or dies right off the bat? I don't know what the like she's still on the ground. Now she's just got a letter from some zombie hawk, and Adam's gonna be like, nah, dead. Like, we'll fight you in a week with the zombies. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Ben said Ben prepping.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
All right, well,
Well, love you guys.
that was nuts. Long live the king. Godspeed, people. Remember, stay true. This is just a game. God is real, and the rest is on you.